Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Peace, love, faith, and divine union. I am Kanisha. I am a certified Ascension coach, and I am in union with my true twin flame. And in this space, I love to talk about twin flames, self-concept, manifestation, healing and limiting beliefs, and really aligning into divine love and your true authentic self. So on this channel, we're going to go deep into healing, spiritual awakening, and just really getting clear on how to transform your subconscious mind and what it means to truly embody divine love. So today, I really wanted to speak on the whole concept of false twin flames. And if you're possibly experiencing a false twin flame, I'm going to help you get really clear. And if you know who your true twin flame is, this video is still for you because there's some things on here that will help you eliminate doubt, because I know that you can know who your true twin flame is, but if you're not fully in union or you're not in a committed relationship, there might still be some doubt of is this really my person? So I will touch on all of those things. And I want to start with focusing on why this topic creates so much fear and confusion on the twin flame journey. And this is really one of the biggest fears that people move through when they are awakened to their spiritual journey, which is what if I'm not actually with my twin flame? What if I got it wrong? What if I've wasted many years loving the wrong person? What if I never come into union? What if my twin flame is married, or whatever it is? There's a lot of things that are coming up in this space, and I'm hoping to cover it all in a pretty short amount of time. I recorded this video earlier and the sound was horrible. So now I have my new microphone and maybe it'll sound good. So really my desire for this topic is to bring peace and help you ground into a more loving thought process and perspective of the purpose of a false twin flame. I personally moved through one. When I started this journey, there was a person who I knew from childhood, and we reconnected and we had a conversation about soulmates and how he felt that I was more than a soulmate to him, and it led us to the term twin flame. And at the time, we both had a lot of mirroring aspects happening, so I thought maybe that might be it. Maybe he is my person. And that led me to the twin flame community with Jeff and Shalia at Twin Flames Universe. And as soon as I invested in doing the work, this man dropped off the planet of the earth and he blocked me from everything. And I was really hurt because we had started planning a life together. At least that's what I thought we were doing. And so I really felt like this experience of a false twin flame felt like punishment, or I was failing in some way, or that I wasn't meant to have the love story that I desired. But really, we call in a false twin flame to be the catalyst for our healing. And your false twin flame pretty much hands you to your true twin flame. That's what they're doing spiritually and energetically. Their purpose is to mirror back to you. The purpose is to spiritually awaken you and give you that preparation season for your twin flame. And the relationship is also going to reveal wounds, patterns, and fears and limiting beliefs that are already inside you. So it's okay, Kanisha, isn't that what a twin flame does? Yes, that is what a twin flame does. That's why we call it a false twin flame, because they look like a true twin flame. The difference between a false and a true twin flame, however, is a true twin flame is going to be willing to do the inner work with you, and they're also going to reflect back the inner work that you've done and the love that you've given yourself. So if you're truly changing at a core level, you're deeply and unconditionally loving yourself, you're going to see that love reflected back to you by your twin flame. A false twin flame is just going to present you all the lessons, and then they're going to be like, peace, I did my job, and now I'm going to go because I don't get anything out of this. And also, a false twin flame is really only going to want to be in your space when you feel good, because they get something out of you feeling good. When it gets to the hard conversations and having to feel the feelings, they're like, I don't want to do this. Nope, I'm not even going to entertain this, not having this conversation. My true twin flame, He at first was like, okay, yes, let's have these conversations. But of course, it was uncomfortable, but he stuck through it. And he sat in the uncomfortable feeling with me. My false twin flame he wouldn't respond. He wouldn't show up. He wouldn't even have the conversation. He would try to direct it to a different conversation where it was super lighthearted and we didn't have to talk about feelings. Okay. So, a false twin flame really, their purpose is to help you heal. And that's all that matters. And so today we're going to go deeper into what a false twin flame actually is, which is what I just pretty much covered. And also why this relationship feels so intense and the difference between trauma bonds and divine love, because this is where you really get stuck in a false twin flame dynamic, is usually around trauma bonding. And then the signs that you may be holding on to that are illusions and not actually alignment. And then I also want to share with you how to stop obsessing over labels and how to come back to yourself, guys. Okay, so let's dive in. Before we forget, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with someone that you think might benefit from it. And hopefully, if you have questions, leave them down in the comments. So let's start with synchronicities, because when I started the twin flame journey, I didn't even really know it was a twin flame journey. I just knew I was awakening to something because I started to see a lot of synchronicities, angel numbers. I was having a lot of dreams, telepathy, and really feeling just like sensitive to a lot of things. And I felt this intensity when it came to this connection because it does feel very spiritual. And then when it does, people just automatically assume, who know the term twin flames, oh, this is a twin flame. When you have like high level soulmates, you have karmic relationships, you have all these kind of other ties that it could possibly be it. You can't choose your twin flame. Let's just put that out there. You can't choose who this person is. This person is revealed to you as you get to know your innermost self and reveal all of who you are to yourself. Ultimately, you get to know yourself on such a soul level that it naturally attracts your twin flame, your soul mirror. And so sometimes unresolved wounds can create this powerful attachment. And that's what I experienced with my false twin flame, is that we were both moving through some really deep wounds. And this connection that we had seemed to like help a little bit. One of the things that you will find with a false twin flame is they will bring up abandonment wounds and rejection wounds and fears of not being chosen and feeling like you're going to be alone. And when they activate that, those wounds are deeply they're just sharp and they're heavy and they feel like you're breaking open, and it makes this connection feel very consuming in your mind. Like, what am I doing wrong? Is this going to come together? And are they going to choose me? Are they going to just ghost me and abandon me? And part of the reason why that happens is because they're not part of your destiny. They aren't your destiny. They are just touching unhealed parts of you that are crying out for love. And this was actually I was actually quite grateful for this because, I know it sounds crazy, but it was because there were things that I was grateful that I healed due to that false connection that I didn't end up having to heal in my true twin flame union, which, like, hallelujah. There's still a lot of things that I had to heal in my union, but there was a lot of things that I'm glad I didn't have to, like I had already came to peace with before I came into union with my twin flame. So this is something that requires a lot of discernment, and having that discernment is very important because it'll allow you to get very clear that true divine love challenges you. Yes, for sure. And it may trigger you, absolutely, but it ultimately leads to greater peace and clarity and self-love and alignment with God, yourself, and your twin flame. It's not just constant chaos. One of the biggest signs that you might be stuck in a false twin flame dynamic is that you continuously abandon yourself to keep the connection alive. And you're continuously anxious, you're overanalyzing, you're waiting, you're chasing, you're trying to convince someone to love you, you're ignoring the red flags, you're making excuses for harmful behavior, and you're like living off of breadcrumbs. And you might actually experience that with your true twin flame. But if you choose to say no to all of those things and you put a boundary with all of that and you value yourself and you respect yourself and you love yourself, all of those things will dissolve with a true twin flame. Those things will continue with the false twin flame. No matter how much you heal, no matter how much you value yourself and respect yourself and commit to yourself and choose yourself, those things will never change with a false twin flame, but they will dissolve with a true twin flame. So know that if you're experiencing those things, the way to shift and change them is that you heal within, you do the inner work. And I want you to remember that we don't heal to try to get something from them or get them to change. We heal because we desire to feel better and we desire to feel peace. So I really want you to say this carefully because I know this can oh my gosh, I'm trying to say so much at the same time. I want to say this carefully because I know this can trigger people. Dear Lord Jesus. I'm gonna take a breath here. But not every intense connection is going to be a twin flame connection. Some people are trauma bonds. Some people are karmic relationships. Some are here to just spiritually catalyze you into the next layer of healing. And most of them are just lessons. And honestly, some people enter our lives to simply awaken us into a deeper self-love. And you will see that with all people. That can be family, it could be friends, it can be anyone who may not even be a love interest, but they're coming in because their ultimate soul job is to help you come into union with your twin flame. So this doesn't make any relationships meaningless. They all still serve a purpose. But I think sometimes people become more attached to the fantasy of being with this person than actually the reality of the relationship. So one of the things I do encourage you to ask yourself is, do I want my true twin flame or do I just want this person? And if you just want the person, you have an attachment to them, and it'll be hard to actually reveal them as a true twin flame because you will put up with all the things I listed earlier in hopes that they're your true twin flame. I did that for a very long time, very guilty of that. But one of the things that I found to be very important is to not attach to who the person is. If you truly want your twin flame, you will work through anything and everything that comes up, and you won't be putting up with BS from people who are just trying to take your energy. I also, because I did this for a very long time, I looked at different kinds of work of manifestation and like how to call in my person. And I see a lot on YouTube channels around manifesting a specific person. And I really encourage you to be careful with that because you can manifest anyone into your reality. Absolutely anyone. You can manifest a celebrity, you can manifest an experience because you're co-creators of your reality. And so if you're attaching to a person and they start showing up because you're changing your beliefs about them or you're changing the way you're seeing them, and they start showing up in that way, but they're not making the same core choices as you and they're not fully aligning in love with you, then you're just manifesting a specific person that you have an attachment to. Or you can really focus on yourself, putting all of your time and energy and love on yourself, developing trust with yourself, respect, self-love, validating yourself, really romancing yourself, becoming your own ultimate lover. You're naturally going to magnetize your true twin flame into your life. It's inevitable, really. And so in order to not have to move through the false twin flame experience, you don't have to. It's not a stage. It's not something you have to do, guys. But in order to be able to maybe navigate that differently, it's that you are really putting all of your focus and love on yourself and not trying to get the love outside of yourself, which would naturally maybe attract a false twin flame into your reality. So holding on to labels is important because letting go of this can feel terrifying, but it really is just, okay, I'm here for self-love. I'm here to feel better. I'm here to heal the wounds that I have around love and relationships. I'm not going to worry about whether it's my true twin flame or not. I just know in my heart I'm naturally attracting my true twin flame, and my true twin flame is going to reveal themselves to me as I reveal my innermost self to myself. And so healing is never wasted. Any relationship you are experiencing is going to resolve something. Every mirror teaches you something. Every trigger is pulling us back to healing and self-love. And great lessons come from this process. And at the end of it, you'll recognize that you are so deserving of unconditional love and reciprocal love, not inconsistent love, confusing love, or emotional, unavailable love. And again, if you're experiencing those things and you choose to give yourself consistent love and clarity in love and be emotionally available to yourself, your true twin flame is going to reflect that back to you. They are going to want a healthy love with you, not a codependent trauma bond love with you. So the next thing I want to touch on is I see often people spiritualizing suffering. Let's not do that, guys. Okay. If someone is constantly like lying to you or manipulating you, disrespecting you, using you, sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that. Just trying to get words out of my mouth. Constantly ghosting you repeatedly, keeping you in a trapped confusion, that is not automatically spiritual just because the chemistry is intense. Okay. I really believe part of the spiritual maturity is learning the difference between attachment and alignment. And this is because your true twin flame union is not here to destroy your nervous system. Okay. All right. Let's just remember that. I hope if that's one of the things you take from this video is that my true twin flame is not here to destroy my nervous system. Okay. Your union is meant to bring you closer to peace, to love, to God, to your true, most authentic self. And honestly, one of the biggest shifts that had happened for me on the journey is when I stopped obsessing over, are they my twin flame? Okay. I really had to start focusing on how can I love myself? I'm so sorry. I have a mic there. I apologize. How can I love myself more deeply through this experience and what this person is bringing up? Because union is attracted, it's not chased. And so when I was going within and I was giving myself all that I needed, my true twin flame mirrored it back to me. So I tell my clients all the time, if they're your perfect mirror and you were to physically look in a mirror, the mirror cannot smile at you unless you smile first. And so that means that you have to change on a core cellular level. Like, oh my gosh, Kanisha, how do I do that? The mirror exercise. That's literally the fastest and easiest way to do that. But when you change because you want to change and because you want to feel better and you want to stop playing out the negative habits or the toxic patterns, and you truly want to become the best version of you, you're going to attract the best version of your true twin flame. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to fix it on the outside. It's an internal process. You have to come into inner union first, and then you will see physical union with your twin flame manifest on the outside. Your outside reality is a direct reflection of your inner reality. Your inner reality is literally projecting out to your outer reality and creating your reality. So something healing reveals to you when you truly do the inner work. And that could be, oh, that is not my twin flame. Okay. Or the connection is real, but fear and separation and consciousness are distorting it. And that was my experience. At one point, I was like, Eliud is not my twin flame because he doesn't want this and we don't align here. And ultimately, as I healed my feelings around it, he started to shift and change his tune and was like, actually, I just have a lot of fear here, or I'm not clear on how this is going to work. So I don't know how to move forward because I'm terrified. So there's just a lot of separation consciousness and fear that was distorting us being able to see each other clearly. But as I worked through my feelings around it using the mirror exercise and got really clear, he got clear too. And that was one of the ways he revealed himself as my true twin flame. So either way, healing creates clarity. It doesn't create obsession or panic or fear, just clarity and peace and more love. Okay. So if you're watching this and you're feeling confused about your connection, I want you to just take a breath and know that you are created to be with your twin flame. And if you're here watching this video, you're already on your way, y'all. You're already on the process. Okay. All you got to do is feel your feelings and heal your beliefs around love and relationship. And you don't need to force anything. You don't need to spiral. You don't need to fear missing your union because it's inevitable. It's your natural state of being. And it's not your job to obsess over the how or the when. It's only your job to return home to yourself, to unconditional love, to healing, to aligning with peace, and embodying the version of you that knows that you're worthy and you're worthy of healthy, lasting, soul loving love, aligned love, guys. Like you're worthy of having the love life that you desire. And for me, being like patterns and beliefs that I have never chosen, to having a man fully choose me, like now being engaged and living with my man, like, oh my Lord, I promise you guys, at one point, there was a time where I'm like, this shit is never coming together. We're never coming together. But that was because I had fears and beliefs that I wasn't going to be chosen. As I truly healed that and got to a place of I'm always chosen, I choose me, God choose me, and my true twin flame chooses me, he then made the choice and was like, I choose you. I don't care about your past. I don't care if I don't know what it's going to look like being a stepdad to two boys who biologically aren't mine. Like, I don't care what that looks like. I just know that I'm going to love them because they're an extension of you and I choose you all. And don't makes me emotional as I think about it. But know that you can heal anything. There's nothing you can't heal in your union. And you're already whole, complete, and divine and worthy of that deep love. So from that place, know that love becomes so much more clear when you choose to just heal the distorted doubts and beliefs. Okay. If this video resonated with you, comment below. Love feels peaceful because it's meant to feel peaceful, y'all. And I would love to hear your guys' experience and just connect with you in the comments. But make sure you guys like and subscribe and share this with someone who you think would need to hear this message today. And if you're wanting more support on the twin flame journey and manifesting your union and just feeling better all around and seeing your life change in every area, I do offer a free 30-minute intro session and we can go deeper into what's coming up for you and helping you align to the next step. So I love you, beautiful souls. I will see you guys in the next video and I hope you have a great day. Bye.